Hey everybody. If you're familiar with Align.ly lead to account matching, you know that we do a really awesome job at matching leads to existing accounts in Salesforce. Now, we always get the question of, what if I have a lead come in from a valid company, but the account does not already exist in Salesforce? What can I do? What are my options? So in this video, we're going to walk you through how if you have a net new lead that does not currently match an account and the account does not exist in Salesforce, we're going to create the account using Clearbit and Zapier. And then we're going to also then update that new lead to be matched to that new account that we created. So let me show you just how this can work. So I'm going to create a lead, and it's going to be for Patagonia, which does not exist in our system today. I'm just going to call this test. Patagonia. I'll just do test at Patagonia.com. So I'll go ahead and save this. And what you'll notice is if I scroll down here to matched account, this is currently blank. But what this new lead creation is going to do, it's going to kick off our Zapier integration with Clearbit. And if I jump over to Zapier, I'll show you exactly what's happening. So what we're doing here is we're saying when a new lead is created in Salesforce, I'll just walk you through kind of all the different settings here. But we're just selecting our Salesforce app. We're saying when a new record is created, we're connected to our Salesforce account. We're going to work off of the lead object. And here's just our test validation data. So our new lead is created. And then we're going to put a filter on this. And this is just a Zapier filter. And the filter criteria that I used was only continue if Align.ly matched account does not exist, meaning it's blank. And again, this is part of the Align.ly lead to account managed package that you install in Salesforce when you're using Align.ly lead to account. And then I've just got a couple other rules here, basically saying email does not contain Gmail, Yahoo. You could add more of the free kind of personal emails that are out there. I just put a couple in here as an example of what's possible. Obviously, we're not going to want to attempt to create the account if it's a personal email address. So new lead's created, it does not match. What we're going to do is then query Clearbit. So what we're doing here is we're querying Clearbit. We want to find a company by the domain name. We're connected to our Clearbit account. And what I've done in Salesforce is I've added a custom field on lead called email domain, and it's a formula field. If I just jump over to Salesforce, I'll show you what that field looks like. So I'm going to go to the object manager. I'm going to go to lead, field relationships, and then the field is called email domain. So simple formula field, type text, and here's the formula that I used, and this will be part of the documentation provided with this video. So, and then here's what it looks like on the actual lead record, Patagonia.com. So we're going to use that domain field to then get the company data from Clearbit. And here's the data that's in our test here. Here's the data that's returned. And then with that Clearbit data, we're going to actually create an account in Salesforce. So again, I'm just choosing Salesforce. I'm creating a record. Choose my Salesforce account. The account is going to be, the account object is going to be, the Salesforce object is going to be account. And then I'm mapping in various fields here. So I'm mapping in things like account name. It's going to be the company name that Clearbit returned. I've mapped in the street address. I put in the street number and then the address. Billing city, state, postal code, country. You can map in all sorts of data based on what you have in your system. Now, if I scroll down here, there's a couple of things I want to point out. First, this email domains field, this is part of the Align.ly lead to account managed package. And we want to set this to actually be the email domain from the lead. So, and then we also want to prepend the @ sign. So I just did @ and then I did the email domain. And this is from step 1, which is actually the lead that was created. So we're bringing in that value. And then part of this is we also need to update lock account to true. What that does is, because this account that we're creating won't have any contacts on it, if we did not lock the account, the next time Align.ly to account runs, we'd actually clear out the email domain's value because there aren't any contacts on the account. But once we lock this value will stick, it'll remain, and it won't get cleared out. And then net new leads or existing leads that have that email domain will match to this account. So we want to set this, include the @ sign, and then set lock account to true. And then here's just my test data. And then the final piece is we want to actually go back to the original lead we created. So I'm just going Salesforce, I'm going to update a record. And it connects to my Salesforce account. The record I'm updating is a lead. And then the record update, I'm actually passing in from step 1 the lead ID, so I can actually get that lead back. And the field I'm going to update is a field called matched account. And what I'm doing is from step 4, so the account that I created in step 4, I'm going to grab that ID and update matched account. So what that'll do is on the lead, we'll actually be able to reference the account that we matched and get everything kind of tied together. And I'll show you what this looks like in Salesforce in a second. And once that's done, I'm just going to show my test data, and that's it. That's the whole setup. One thing you can do just to add more granularity in what accounts you want to create, you could add a filter here based on whatever data Clearbit returns. So for example, if you say we only ever sell to companies that have more than 500 employees, you could add a filter here that says when you get the Clearbit data back, if number of employees, or create the account only if number of employees is greater than 500. Just an example of what's possible, but you can be more granular on what accounts you actually go in and create in Salesforce. So let's jump back over to Salesforce. I'm going to go back to my Patagonia lead. I'm just going to refresh this. If I scroll down here, you're going to see that matched account is updated. Then if I click into Patagonia, and this is all happening with our Zap and Clearbit integration. I go over to Patagonia, you're going to notice that the account name is set to Patagonia. I've been able to map in things like employees. This is all Clearbit data. Employees, annual revenue. I mapped in the description of the company. I set that email domains field, and I locked it, so this won't get cleared out. I put in the building address. Again, you can map in all sorts of other fields. But hopefully you start to get the idea of what's possible here. And then the fact that I went back and actually mapped that lead, I can now see on here I've got my match leads, and it's set to Patagonia at Patagonia.com. And that's, again, right here. So everything is tied together. Real simple. We've got perfect data from Clearbit on the account. And then what's great is if you're using Align.ly to account, if for example, we had existing leads in our system that were old, prior to setting up this process, that have Patagonia.com, next time Align.ly runs on a scheduled job, those leads would also get matched to Patagonia. You can route those leads to the right owner. And now going forward, any net new leads will automatically match to Patagonia, and this whole process won't necessarily be necessary. So they'll just match, and this Zapier will never even run. So real clean, keeps your database super clean, gets the right accounts into your system automatically. Your sales team doesn't have to do anything. Everything ties out properly. So really clean, simple way to get this implemented, and not for a lot of money. Clearbit starts at $99 a month for, I believe, 1,000 API calls, which should be more than sufficient for a while. And then Zapier starts, I believe, at $19 a month. So for $120 a month, you can get this whole process stood up, running. And again, real simple to implement, real flexible, and it's going to keep your database, your Salesforce database, incredibly clean and easy to maintain. Thanks for watching.